How's it going? My name's Codepiece, and this is the Mummy Demastered tutorial. It's my first time talking about the 80% run, speedrun optimization, and this is probably going to be a multi-step tutorial. I'll probably be working on it in parts, or I might redo it and try to fix a couple things, but I guess this is a good old rough draft. So let's start it up. First part of the run is really easy. You just have to get from point A to B as quickly as possible and kill yourself as quickly as possible. So first, one of the early game mechanics is rolling. As you can see, rolling does have a pause buffer at the end of the roll that stops you. So it does save frames, but it's better to roll off edges, like ledges and drop-offs, so you cancel out the stopping animation. Or when you have a higher drop, there's something called a roll boost, where you roll at the very edge of the frame and kind of catapults you forward. And it's hard to consistently get that, so I only do the roll boost on drops that are significantly lower, so you can save more time with fall speed. But other than that, I play it safe with just basic jumps. Now, room transitions are where you want to use your roll to 100% of the time until you get speed boost. So anytime you exit a room, you want to roll into it because you're saving frames and you're not having the stopping animation, and it still transitions rooms. Just like that. Roll here because it's a little edge. You can actually roll under this dialogue script. You can just roll under the hitbox there if you want to skip that. So here you want to and let me explain this. It's the optimization is this so silly early game because you can make one mistake and it doesn't really matter. Just bunny hop, baby, bunny hop here. So you can land right here before you jump. Just like that. Jump up here, shoot this guy, try to clip the backside of that little goo ball because you want to take a damage boost to the right instead of the left. So when you're right here, just shoot that guy as you jump. See, if you hit the little the bubble on the left, it'll knock you left. So try to jump late and hit it. It bounces you to the right. You got your iframes, so you can just roll through those and not take any damage. And that is the introduction right there. So here it's very important to take all your body hits from the clones or the agents. They do 20 damage each time you take a hit. And 5. You can die in 5 hits, and you'll die before the dialogue script. If you take a hit from a beetle, it does like 8 damage, 8 to 12 or something like that. So taking a hit from the agent, doing 20 damage to you is the fastest way to kill yourself, to get into the introduction cutscene, and to start your mummy run. So this being a speed run, you want to go fast the whole time. So Your inputs are always going to be forward to progress the room. You want to consistently be holding the direction you want to go. There's a few places where you have to stop to kind of set up damage boosts or enemy spawns, but here you just basically want to hold right, use your rolls, start out of that cutscene right there, roll between the transition. As soon as you walk in this room, just hold shoot. Literally just hold it down. You kill this thing up, diagonal, you'll kill him. And the patterns on the rats are RNG. The patterns and the crows and the bats are RNG. So you're gonna have to deal with a lot of weird cycles sometimes. Every room's gonna be different. Now, I guess we can get into platforming a little bit right here. As you can see, the jump hitbox is very broad. I can signal the jump hitbox at the bottom of the platform. See how low I was? Like, it doesn't even look like my feet are on the platform at all, and it looks like the dust cloud is under it. But the hitboxes on the platform are awesome because it allows some really cool frame jumps, tricks, just great movement. You know, being short, you think you're gonna miss a ledge barely, but you have that safety jump that you're like, well, I think I'm on the hitbox. It can save you from bad platforming when you like, oh yeah, you're obviously short on the jump, but if you hit A at a certain time or jump, I use an Xbox controller to run this game, you can save those jumps. You also have a little momentum, kinda. I mean, when you stop, he stops, but he takes like one or a half step and then stops. So there's just a teeny little bit of like slide room. This can help when you're like already changing your input back with the platforming, so you can kind of weave between platforms, save time. You know, it's all about time save with the speedrun. You know, you can always play safe, jump, or you can do the hitbox and use your it's much faster, and you're gonna see a lot of tricks I do just barely clips the platform, and it just stay running the whole time. Right. Well, here's a little a really cool trick you can do early game. Obviously you want to roll here because you have 2 down ledges, but you're going to enable a cutscene. Oh yeah, sorry, too much axiom verge. You're going to enable a cutscene as soon as you get right there. So as soon as you get right down there, so if you actually line it up, and when you run into this room, so you're rolling into the room because it's a room door transition, when you get right here, roll once, and I hold forward, but I hold it slightly diagonal. So I feel like if you're holding it more towards the diagonal input, you're gonna be able to hit the button more responsively on the platform. So 1, 2, 3, and if you get the roll at the bottom before this cutscene, you get a free input, and you get to roll between the zombies, and you just get just a little jump start, like a little head start. So now we're learning how to fall. Basically, you just want to mash down A. Now, this spot, the grasshoppers are not RNG based, so they're always on cycle. They're always on the same cycle. These zombies spawning out of the ground are definitely RNG based, but since they're jumping at me, I'm not going to explain too much. I'm going to go into this room. So down A, hold left, take a hit, then do a little snake. Now this room's a little tricky, so we're just going to get some HP. All the drops in this game are RNG based as well, so when you're farming for that one grenade or C4, you know, I think you have a better percentage of getting it from an object like a lantern or a crate than an enemy. But enemies can drop items too, so it's just a personal preference that I've had more luck farming something through an object over an enemy, but they both are RNG. So the next room is pretty tough. There's a lot of water. Water slows you down tremendously, and the cycles are pretty perfect. So when I run it here, I'm going to be holding diagonal and shoot the whole time, and I basically want to utilize where I'm shooting and which rolls I do. So two rolls there, and just try to get through it. You know, there's a lot faster strats, but it's just fine to get through. So originally you just run down here, and bam, that's how you get grenades. First object of the game, or item. And roll right here, leave right, and grenade through. I like to have a roll transition ready. So I roll right here, and then try to land on the ground and hit B immediately before the dialogue script. So I just increase the chance of having an extra input. It's a personal trick I do, but you have to be perfect when it rolls out. So that's basically kind of learning the platform. Is like I'm not on the platform. So you can't. I'm not really jumping on the platform, but I can clip it with precise timing and keep my momentum, so I can keep going with my platform. Also, there's a cool trick where you can jump from here and land on this block, so you don't even have to go the vanilla route. It's a little bit harder to do. Also with crumble blocks is they're pressure sensitive, but if you jump off them fast enough, they don't register you ever being a part of the platform. So they won't disappear normally unless you like stand on it for more than just, I guess, fragment of a second. Here's the skip I was talking about though. To get grenades faster. That's what we call YOLO jump. It's the first kind of big platforming trick of the run. As you see, the rat did give me a grenade, which is RNG. Yeah, it's pretty precise on this jump. Definitely something good to practice, because it'll save you like 2.5 seconds going the other route, which is nice early. So this one, you want to do a baby bunny hop back there. It just holds diagonal. Kind of hop around. They're a lot faster. There's a faster way to do this one, but it just adds more inputs, it's more technical. But we're gonna go back. I want to show you what happens when you don't mess up. This bat, if you can't kill him, he will knock you back in the water, and it's definitely a big slowdown for you. Roll. I took a good damage boost there. You know, this is one of the hardest early rooms because there's all the bats do different patterns depending on where you're jumping, or if you shoot them, don't kill them or kill them. But this is the faster way to do this. Oh. Sometimes you can kill him and jump through him. Now there's the vanilla route, which is this. Go this way. But if you time it correctly, you can do a nice damage boost. Roll right here. Platform jump and then jump. Time it right. Damage boost through there. I'm going to teach you my technical tricks. So what I do is when we roll, we grenade immediately, which is right bumper for me. Grenade, roll, try to get the roll boost right here. This is a platform you want to roll boost because of the difference between the height of the other platforms. So when you roll normally, your feet are nowhere near that platform. So what I'm doing is, it's not dying. What I'm doing normally is rolling and then clipping the hitbox of the platform and jumping immediately. So I'm saving a couple frames. Roll, and here's where you want to do your roll boost. You want to make sure you're kind of at the end of the platform and roll. You don't want to do an early roll. That seemed like it worked. It just gives you a boost of momentum. Jump here, roll, grenade, roll. This spot right here, I'd rather just jump instead of roll because you can just land on that platform immediately and roll twice. And we have the first weapon, the assault rifle. Presumably the best weapon in 80% because of the high fire rate, the damage. It's great for clearing out enemies. Alright, this next room is a little tricky. When you walk in, you want to make sure you don't jump too early or that will happen. So it's very important that you try to jump behind the cricket or the grasshopper. Alright, so roll in here. The grasshoppers do 15 damage each, so. Alright, so roll. It's been a while since I've played, so bear with me. This is a good skip though. You want to shoot your gun as you're firing up, like that, so you can stay consistently jumping and moving. We're gonna get the cycle. I'll show you the cycle that you want to get. So these are also ammo boxes. I was just trying to get a little more HP. You can come back here anytime, swap your weapons out, try something new, or refill your ammo. So let's try to get this time. My A button's messed up on this controller. Rats are RNG, so you just want to make sure you stay on the right. And this is our first HP upgrade. We also have a dialogue script here, so just hit start to back out of it. Jump up here, roll, shoot, go to the end, roll, roll again. If I was quick, that wouldn't have happened. You would just simply roll on this platform. Make sure you're shooting while you're platforming. Alright, we can show you that one more time. Jump right here, fire down, pick up HP, roll, shoot, roll, roll. And then jump and shoot at the very last. Because of that rat, he's always in a different spot. Just want to completely just hold forward the whole time right here. Roll. I'm going to go up here, and here we come to a kind of a dialogue skip. So as soon as I drop off this edge, it prompts a dialogue skip. So what I try to do is I try to turn around immediately, maybe bunny hop, and then roll to skip the dialogue. Just like that. So all you have to do is, since we exit the room, you just hit start. You don't have to watch the prompt to back out. So it just saves you a little time RTA. I don't think it saves time game time. So hold down fire right now as you're walking forward. Hopefully we get good RNG. Dead. Roll. Hold down fire. So I'm gonna basically be doing the fastest way to do every room. Alright, this is a rolling section. So you wanna roll boost off the first ledge and then just do basic rolls the other one throughout. Start this room. Alright. Roll, 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 roll. And kind of jump and shoot. I'm gonna shoot at the tallest point. Man, my A button's really bad. Roll boost the first one, so try to get to the edge. That's what you want to do. And just kind of saving ammo along the way. Just hold forward the whole time. So I'm having some hardware issues right now with OBS. So my inputs are kind of all messed up. messed up actually. It's not really the inputs. So we just made our way to our first weapon belt. Jump up here, roll, jump grenade, use your platform tricks, and you can go this route right here. Roll, diagonal grenade, roll. Use your ammo because you just constantly get more back. This is kind of like a snake section. Butchered it. And here we have our first skip of the game. So what I like to do is this is my setup. So as soon as the dragonfly gets to the top or where I can shoot him, I shoot and I roll immediately and I start doing full jumps, one after another. On the third jump, I should have the firefly at a perfect spot where I can damage boost off of him and get up there on that ledge right there. So 1, 2, 3, and that's that. And what I do is I shoot, roll immediately. 1, 2, 3. There it is. First biggest skip of the first big skip, not the biggest. So here we just picked up repel gear, which allows us to skip the spider boss, as well as the ceiling shimmy item, and we can go to the repel gear. We go to the lower section just faster. So we're just skipping the boss, we're skipping an item, and I mean we don't really use shimmy in any percent. It's nice to use in 100%, but not in 8%. You have to just use speed. Just try to be quick. So we're gonna have to do another damage boost going out. So jump, shoot down, and try to jump and land on the back side of that fly. If you look at my inputs, I'm moving forward the whole time. I might just like stop for a second. Alright, so we're out of the room. We are out of the room. Hop up here, bunny hop, shoot, roll. Try to do some good platforming. Because only yourself can do good platforming. Right here, you wanna exit the dialogue script while you're mid-air, just to hit start. But you want to find a sensitive spot where it allows you to go down repel gear at the minimum of the frame where it doesn't move as much. So as you can see, start. Now it's pretty good. Do not roll right here off this ledge, because when you want to roll, you're gonna think about, oh, I'm gonna roll right here. You're gonna send yourself back up to the top. So I never roll off this. I just jump, roll. I do a quick roll right here. When I'm down on the ground, I shoot one shot and then I go forward immediately. So it's consistent. This is a great way for me to manipulate this area, but you lose only a small input and it's worth it because it just lines up all the enemies perfectly. So I'll show you. Wait. Kill the beetle. Oh. Kill the beetle. If I didn't take a hit from that rat, perfect cycle. Here you want to roll, and then you want to roll but cut back. So you kind of a free fall. You don't want to land on that platform. So roll, roll, cut back. You need to cut back a little bit more. And there we go. And then hold right there So you want to go this way. If you go the other way, you can still grab the other weapon belt. But it's optimally better to grab this weapon belt first and then head back. I'm going to do a roll boost right here. Always shoot when you're going up these platforms because of the strategy. Hold diagonal when you come out of there. You take out that skeleton, keep moving. There's a little bit of like certain things you can do is like, well, I could have rolled back there to save more time. Yes, but sometimes this rat right here will be right here, so you roll into the rat and you take a damage boost the wrong way. So as the more you play the game, the more you learn about what strats are riskier and are worth it, or you know, is it worth it? I mean, if you're having a good run, go for the risky strats. If you're having a good run, go for the safe strats. It just depends on your playstyle. This is really one of the more difficult rooms. I mean, all the rats are just in different spots. You just want to make sure you just spam down and A on all the platforms. Try not to go too far left and right, because you don't want to be rolling over in the center of the other platforms. Then once you get down here, just grenade, roll. We're gonna roll right here, roll, wait to the start, jump, grenade, grenade, roll, 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 and hop over him, roll. That's probably the fastest way I've been able to do that room, and I've played this game a lot. You could probably roll under the last spider, but it's not worth it. Shoot. When you come through the door, we're going to come into an elevator skip. You can farm from HP right here real quick if you want. So the elevator goes down all the way down here. Look how long it takes to go back up. So if you see right here these two little dots, like right there where my AR is, right at the tip of my muzzle flash, the eyeballs, that's where I line up the platform. When it's right there, I use that visual cue to kind of do the elevator skip. Just like that. It saves you 3.5 seconds, so it's definitely worth it. And to see this room live, it's really nice when everything comes together. And where I shoot is where you should shoot. And the inputs, very important. You want a damage boost here, so you can have iframes, and try to beat the cycle right here, so before he shoots and he's on that platform, you can just literally skip that section. Roll and get out of the dialogue, hold up and shoot, diagonal. If you're quick enough, you can beat the grasshoppers there, but if not, then you just kind of go your own route. Definitely shoot this one, because his hitbox is a pain in the ass. I don't know why I didn't do that. As soon as you walk in the next room, you want to check your grenade count. So when you're in this room, you want to be like, if you have 2 grenades or more, you're fine. You can do the quick skip. But if you have 1 grenade, do not use it. You want to save it to make sure you can break the barricade. So item management is definitely important, especially with C4 and ammo in certain spots. For this, you want to have at least 2 grenades. Since we have 4, grenade immediately, roll up here and shoot the beetles like that, jump, grenade, and roll. Shoot as soon as you come on the other side. roll again, and jump. Agent run speed increased. So this is actually where we say goodbye to rolling. If you keep your momentum, you just run faster. But as soon as you roll, you start from square one. So basically when you're coming in here, you're holding down the trigger, roll right here. Grab the scroll and we're off to the races. These are all speed strats now. Shoot this guy. So you can keep your feet on the ground to build up more speed. Baby bunny hop, land right here, and fall all the way down. Alright, so this is a little spot where I manipulate myself. I jump over the spider, and when I jump over the spider, you come back through this room, and you can just keep your speed 100%. I don't do that. I do a little bit of RNG manipulation, and this is the most consistent thing for me to get this good skip. So I'm going to show you RTA, what it looks like. So remember, you want to have all your speed, and then I cut left, and I stop my momentum completely 100% on that platform. I'll show you exactly why. So like that, start from square one there, run in here, jump like this, grenade, and that's how you want to do it. You can manipulate that spider sometimes where he doesn't shoot, and you can just get the fast strats for this one. And hopefully I do it. The last jump right here is pretty tough. It's like a 1 frame window. Alright, that's that room. So the next room is very important. Say you nail that last jump, you're running in here full speed. You can jump here, clear this whole gap completely, and you can go into the next room at full speed. But what you don't want to do is the room at full speed. You want to stop and reset your momentum timer as soon as you walk in the room. So I'm going to show you kind of an example. Stop, now run. This is a way we can manipulate that spider to fall before you get there and ruin this fast cycle. Oh, if I made that jump, it would have been gravy. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this one more time. Alright, so we're running, stop, again. Baby bunny hop there, and then jump into the acid. So we want to stay in the acid until we have 30 HP, or less than 30 HP. So there we go. Now this is pro strats. If you're not safe with like running the game and this is your first like run, make sure you have more than 30 HP. Like 31, 30 or 31. 29 or less is someone that's more comfortable. As soon as you come in the next room with less than 30 HP, fall right here, fall, hit the cricket one time, and exit the room to our first save point. The reason why we want to be at 29 or less HP is because or 30, is the crickets do 15 damage, and you want to die quick as possible after your save. So you run out here and you jump into the next grasshopper. So since we had 15 or less HP, we die on that first hit. And we're setting up kind of a little clone manipulation cycle. So we save, we run out there, we kill ourselves in that exact spot, And now we're gonna set up some really cool manipulation. So a little backstory about your first death in this game. The first zombie clone that dies is going to be the one that has all your items, your weapons, your HP, everything. If you die trying to get to the clone, you're going to have to start again from the save point, and the second time you died is also going to be an agent, but that one's not going to be holding your main inventory. It's going to be the your original death is going to have all your items in your inventory. So when we run out here, we want to take 4 body hits on him because he does 20 damage. 2, 3, 4. This is very dangerous territory. Run up here, and we take a hit by the rat, and then the last hit by the grasshopper. And we want to strategically put the second clone body right there between the 2 pillars. Now here we have the manipulation, and just try to like follow what I do. I shoot as soon as I exit the save room, and everything else is just gotta be laid out perfect. Crouch right here. That's good RNG that he throws a grenade so you don't get damage hit again. And then you want to try and get up here as fast as possible. When he's right there, bam, that is literally perfect manipulation. So what happens is the zombie's facing you. He's looking at you. He's going to shoot at you. When you get above him, he wants to shoot straight up. If you're above him and you're too far to the side, he'll shoot diagonally at you. So you want to make sure that he is right under you. So since he's still under me, I can kind of juke him left and right like this, and he'll still shoot up. And that way, if you miss a jump, you can set it up again to keep trying it. So he's about to shoot the input up. Jump. Bam. I didn't even need to do a jump through the... So if you're off to the side, he'll shoot diagonal, and if you're off to the side, he'll follow you to the side. So if he's in a bad spot, you want to make sure he shoots on your side, like he just did, and then go off to that same side, so he can, so you can manipulate him to this correct spot, which is right there. Jump, damage boosts up. If you're a beginner, fall back down immediately. Grenade. If this is your first like any percent run, grab this HP because you want to. You have to set up the jump again, but it's so worth it to have the extra HP. Come on this way. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Just grab that HP and on your way up here. Originally, this is the biggest skip in the run. The reason why this is the biggest skip in the run is to the left of that save point is the Dragon Boss. And in my opinion, the Dragon Boss is the hardest boss in the game besides the final boss. I think the Dragon's way harder than Scarab after you learn the cycles. So by doing this damage boost up here, you're skipping the Dragon Boss completely. It's a like 4-minute boss fight with the upgrades you have, you know, and cycles and jumps have to be perfect. So with that said, you enter this next room, hold down fire, shoot your AR, grenade, and then fall straight down. When you see the zombie right there, hold right. And that was bad RNG with the rats. So now we're exiting this room, and it's all about speed from here on out, boys, girls. So try and clear this first dog, wait for a visual cue of the corner of the door, jump, cut back right here, If you land right here, perfect. If you land on this platform down here, run to the left and then begin running to the right completely. You want to have the most momentum for the next room because it is a water room with lots and lots of platforms. If you are running full speed from the top and then you come back and you land on this platform, just hop down one and then run full speed to the right. You will land right here, and then you can set up the same thing as well as right here. If you somehow manage to land right here, you have the perfect room. You just do a quick zigzag, and here we go into a water platform. As you can see, missing that jump slows you down incredibly. Like, being in the water is the worst in this game. So we're gonna try that again. Fall off and then jump at the very edge of the platform. There we go. Baby bunny hop here, so you clear that guy. Jump and shoot diagonals. And there you go, baby. That's how we do it. This room is kind of hard to just get through as fast as possible, so I take a damage boost there and just keep fall right here. Look to the right when you take the hit, so you land up here by the skeleton. If you time this correctly, he will always throw the machete or the bone at you. It doesn't look like a machete at first. He'll throw his bone at you. It might be a knife. Bowie knife. But if you miss the jump, you can always set it up again. It's easy to set up. You just kind of stick around here and just do a little bunny hop and then jump into it so you bounce the other way. Line up with this chain and just drop. Yep, perfect. Now we have increased jump height, so we'll be able to go through a lot more areas way quicker now. So here we're just jumping over this enemy, we're just using the platform trick right here. So you can literally jump through all the platforms super quick to get up here. But we'll do this. Yeah, he rips his rib bone off. Alright, cool. The first flame guy is kind of RNG, but my opinion, but everything else is pretty accurate. You can actually, you don't even have to jump on this breakable platform. If you jump right here, you can just skip that, and the flame guys won't be there as awkwardly. This section is pretty cool because you're running full speed, and you just do a couple little bunny hops, little baby bunny hops, so you can keep that momentum. Oh, we're actually rolling again. It's been a while. Right. We're gonna go around here on the side of this wall, so we can kind of hit our cycles perfectly. It's tricky. Those side jumps are very tricky because you can sometimes clip the wall and it just messes you up super fast. So when you're running out of here, just like that, jump and shoot so we don't take a hit from the beetle. I do like to shoot these tanks because of that reason. Try to stay low to the ground in this room. And jump right here. Sometimes you kill that beetle, most of the time you don't. And this is where we pick our C4. as soon as you pick up C4, you want to hit start, hit left, A, down twice, and just hit B. Back out. If you forget to do that, you go back through the box and just do that. Just change grenade to C4, hit B, and then we're gonna go back out of this room. Now hold down fire and then diagonal fire right there. I hit my head, so what we could have done was a swag jump. Number 2 is when you're running through this room full speed, you baby bunny hop, and you can clear this wall full speed. It looks awesome when you do it. Pull it off. It's probably one of my favorite speed jumps in the game in this run, because it looks so good when you pull it off. Alright, so we'll try it again. Almost. Clipped our feet at the very top. Throw a C4 here, because you're just gonna waste. You're gonna get more C4 at this weapon belt right here, anyways. And we're coming up to one of the harder jumps in the run. It definitely can cost you 15 to 20 seconds every time you miss it. But I found a way that we can manipulate the first kind of beetle. So when you're running into this room, it's also a room where you stop running and you start your cycle from the very beginning. Get right here, hold down trigger, and jump at the very edge of that right here, and you can actually clear that tile. So we're going to try it again. It's important that you shoot at the beginning because you want to blow up that glass tank so you don't run right into it. These automatically blow, but that one doesn't. Like I said, this trick, it's like a small window, and my controller has my jump button is kind of messed up, so it's definitely not helping right now. Whoa! What input was that? It's like a storage super jump. I don't know, that was weird. Anywho, try to do this here. Stop right here. That's what happens when you don't shoot. So we're getting low on HP, so we need to make sure we hit this jump this time. There we go. Roll. Should only take one hit. Jump up here, crouch, clear this guy out, start your running, shoot when you get to the door, jump C4, and when you get to the edge right here, roll under that beetle because he will hit you every time. Jump over this beetle and then shoot diagonal. Sometimes that's RNG too. And then we're going to make our way up to the left side using the platforming mechanics. Hit your head against the wall, you know, the ceilings here. Get back to ground faster. There's little tricks like that that you can implement to speed up your platforming and save time in the long run. So we just picked up Harpoon, which is actually a pretty sweet weapon. It shoots slower. It's not automatic, so you have to tap the trigger, and it's all about BPM. So you just tap A like that, or fire, spam it. It's not going to shoot consistently, but if you time it correctly, you can kind of manipulate it a little faster. I've always thought that just when you're like fighting bosses, that just tapping crouch and fire at the same time kind of helps. But we also found out a way to weapon swap glitch. That's where you kind of spam Y and fire to shoot at the same time. So you're just going like this. And when you have two weapons, so say that you run out of AR ammo, and I just have the harpoon and the submachine gun, the weapons swap glitch is more efficient. It works really well. I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. Harpoon. So with weapon swap glitch, we can burn through these 19 rounds so fast by just spamming fire and weapon switch at the same time with your fingers. That was 19 shots right there, just like that. Alright, so we're gonna pick up Harpoon, and then we are on our way to actually the first boss that we see. Not really, because we end up cheesing this boss. So fall down here. What I like to do is I like to stop. I like to zigzag because I like to clear these boxes, because they all, if you're low on HP and you didn't get that safety HP where you did the damage boost, manipulate, jump, then just zigzag, shoot, jump and shoot, try to time it correctly. Just try to get through there as fast as possible. I'm just gonna save right here because I want to show 2 ways to fight this boss.